Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pan. Good afternoon, my pan. It's not even morning. What a interesting day we're gonna have today. Sorry, I was a bit busy in the morning here, but we are live right now. And the title of the stream will be Power or Sour Hour. What's gonna happen today? Who knows? We are in an interesting spot, that's all I know. And been pretty choppy along the entire way up here. Let's go, baby. I missed you guys way too much. I remember seeing this issue before here. I think, let me see. I think that's gonna fix the issue here. Yep. Did it? Nope. Doesn't fix the issue. Ah, man, my face is a little stuttery right now, unfortunately. How do I fix this? I fixed it last time. I forget. Yeah, it's all good, pandas. Good morning, guys. Good morning. As you guys are joining in, make sure you scalp that like button. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this G-Sync issue. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Unfortunately, it's gonna be like this for the stream, but it's all good, pandas. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Nice trading, Panda. What was the trades? One second, pandas. Let me try something real quick here. Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. If I mess around with this, it could cause an issue later. Where are my trades today? Took a scalp here on this trap. Took a trade here. I believe I tried to swing this trade, but end up getting stopped out, right? Entered here, exited here, got stopped out on that swing trade. Probably was on a higher time frame. So actually, I think I traded small on that one. And I had a bunch of trades here. Little scalp here. Runner got stopped out. Two-legged pullback, right? Two-leggy off of 20 EMA. Got a scalp. And I also entered long here. Skunked that trade. Could have held it for longer. Scalped here. Scalped here, right? These are just runners that were getting stopped out. But scalp. Got a couple more scalps here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 scalps. 5 scalps. Got a little swing trade here. Went short here and then came out here and Yeah, had a little swing trade there. Scalped here, entered here, and then came out here with a swing trade. Just a couple of swing trades today. Bunch of scalps along the way here. Those are my trades for today, for those who are wondering. Thing is, like, if I don't stream, you know, I'm just like a lot more, I don't know if I would call it aggressive. I'm just a lot more comfortable, let's just say. It's a lot more comfortable with trading and scalping in and out. So like right here, came out with a scalp, came out with a scalp here, and went short here. It got stopped out here, so lost on that one. So my last trade, I got stopped out right here on this trade, so it's all good. I was probably looking for a nice swing trade, but didn't get it. Could have scalped out though. You know, there's plenty of scalps I could have taken, but I think I wanted to swing, so got stopped out there. So those are my trades that I took off stream. If you're wondering how I'm up $4,000, that is why. That is how. Today we do have a nice little treat for you guys and for me as well. I was very busy in the morning today, and because of that, I was not actually able to stream at my normal time. But we're gonna try to trade this power hour here and see if we can get a nice little, if we can get some good trading done here. Sorry for the stuttering animation. I think something's wrong with my my graphics card, so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit after this. But stream already started, so too late. Hope everyone's doing well today, though. All right, we're getting this trading range here, and we have a fail breakout to fail breakdown. Let's see what happens here. At least now, yes. Did I miss something? No, we're just doing an afternoon session because I couldn't do it in the morning. Getting some choppiness here, up and down. Let's see if we can get a nice scalp here, and nothing I like so far. We're very close to yesterday's high, and if we look at the daily chart here, boy, oh boy, I mean, this is very interesting here. Actually, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna be a little choppy today. It's all good. Sorry about that, Pandas. Little technical difficulties. As we can see here, this is the 10K chart. And on the 10K chart, we have just been on this uptrend. I mean, no other way to say it other than strong uptrend day. We had something like this, not really valid. Spike, maybe some sort of spike in channel here, something like this. Spike channel, right? Spike, channel, bunch of spiking channels here. I mean, we had this wedge that ends up breaking out, right? That's the less common scenario. It does happen. And what do we have here? I mean, just constant uptrend. We're very close to yesterday's high. We look at the daily chart, and we're just hitting the top and bottom of this trading range on the daily chart. You know, top here, bottom here. Bottom here comes back to the top here. Most likely going to test it, in my opinion. Trying to test it today. We'll see. We do get a nice little push up here. You can consider us a failed second entry short. I put a poll out there for you guys, and I really just wanted to do this because I won't be able to stream the next 2 days, and so I really wanted to spend some time with you guys before I take my small little break. And I know I'm not going to get that many viewers in the afternoon session just because a lot of people are not aware probably, but if you guys can scalp that like button, helps those who follow regularly hopefully get a chance to hopefully be able to see that this stream is live right now. Jeremy Chiani asks, hey man, can you go over the trades you took? If you rewind a little bit, I already went over all my trades. For those who are just joining and wondering how I'm up 4,000, just rewind a little bit and you can see my trades before just a little earlier. So we're back at the top of the trading range, and this is yesterday's high, and it seems like a likely place to come and try to test. Let's see if we can get some good price action here in the last hour or so of trading. And if you guys don't know, I won't be able to stream tomorrow or Friday. I'll be out of town. And sorry for my glitchy face. It's just I'm a little laggy right now. Coming to the top of the trading range, to the bottom of the trading range, right? Up and down. No setups that I like so far. Not yet. On the 5-minute, clearly above the 20 EMA. Had a little too leggy here on the 5-minute. We got that reversal, double reversal here. Actually, it's a trap trade on the 5-minute. Pushing strongly below now. I mean, you're thinking we're going to at least come to yesterday's high because we're like about a point away from it. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, we've been in a strong uptrend, so even though we're having this kind of pullback right now, I'm kind of wondering, are we going to really have a reversal here? Just watching here, no setups that I like so far. Just watching, waiting for a scalp here. And as you can see, we are going sideways, up and down here. Just watching here. You get a two leggy here. That's an outside bar reversal. We're getting a bunch of outside bar reversals right now towards the end of the session today. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let's try to get to 100 viewers at least in this afternoon session. That'd be amazing. Lace Navi says there's a megaphone pattern happening. There is actually a megaphone. It's an expanding pattern here, which actually means breakout mode. You know, this megaphone on the top side, I mean, we're gonna have to adjust it to make it at least make it fit. But it looks something along the lines like this. Just waiting here. Right, this outside bar reversal. This is actually a hidden second entry long right now. We had an A, B, C, and that's actually a second entry long. But it's a hidden second entry long because in one bar it makes two reversals. It makes a reversal here and another reversal, double reversal bar. I mean, this is what happens kind of towards the end of the day. I mean, on stream, it's like, you know, how much opportunities you really have. You make a couple scalps here and there, and then, you know, obviously the time off stream is a lot more time than on stream. And towards the end of the day, you know, your profits are typically larger than it was earlier in the day. If you're green. Same with the losses. Your losses could be larger as well. Music's too loud. Sorry about that. I feel like the music was about what it typically is, but maybe my voice is a little soft here. Check, check. Maybe that's a little better. Right, we're approaching the bottom of this megaphone here, and we could break down here. And you know, I mean, it looks choppy. I mean, we got so many overlapping bars here. Even on this way down, so many overlapping bars. Hard to say what's going to happen here. We've been in an uptrend all day, and so are we going to have like an end of the day reversal? Not sure. Not sure. Trying to break below this megaphone. Tricky. Thing about megaphones is basically it's a wedge on both sides, so it's very confusing. I mean, oftentimes megaphones end up resolving into like some sort of diamond shape, right? It will diverge and then converge and then finally break out. I mean, sometimes it does that. So megaphone patterns, I think, are the most confusing because you just don't know what's gonna. It could break out right now, who knows? But megaphone patterns just like has the most potential to just do anything. It's just watching. I don't have any setups that I like, so it doesn't matter to me. I mean, this can go long as it wants. I just don't have a setup, so it is what it is. We do have a break of trend to new low at this point. We could have a reversal here. Say hello to a couple of the people joining here. Thanks for joining, especially that this is a an afternoon session. So glad you guys are here. Kid Poker, Keith A, GT Trader, Morgan K. Good morning, guys. Richard Harris. Good morning. Piranha Panda. Good morning. Good morning, Ducks on the Pond. Good morning, guys. Jeremy Chiani. Good morning. Diego 27. Good morning. Deadshot Games. Hi, Panda. Lee Sanawi. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Chris Moore. Good morning. Thank you for the compliments on the P&L today. If you're a little confused, sometimes it helps to look at the higher time frames. That can give you a little more insight on what may be happening right now. So we do have a two-leggy here, but I mean, this definitely is some sort of outside bar reversal in my opinion. Right, that kind of happened to be an outside bar reversal. Most likely A, B, C, A failure reversal, and so actually it's a fail second entry long, hidden fail second entry long right there. But we're coming to the bottom of our channel now. We're seeing if we will bounce off of it, or in my opinion, the uptrend could still last. It's hard to say. Am I saying good morning? Good afternoon. I'm just so used to saying good morning. Good afternoon, guys. It's good morning somewhere. So we made our lower high, our lower low here. Let's see if we get some sort of reversal pattern. That'd be nice. Gotta be wary of this trend line. Pandas! I've been on mute this entire time. Ah, nah. Sorry about that. The vibes are definitely different in the afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, man. Sorry about that. But like I was mentioning, there's a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. A, B, C. And it makes about 4 points for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And that's about the amount of points I would want to take to get off of that scalp with one contract. Because you'd be risking a lot right there. Terrible signal bar to enter that. But we do have this pattern, right? This expanding triangle, right? Break a trend to lower our low. But no setups for us, pandas, right? No setups for us to go long. Sitting on our pause here. Sorry about that. Just waiting. Ah, man. Power hour or sour hour? What is it going to be today? Just watching, just watching. Just waiting for our setups. When you scalp, you gotta wait for the setup. You gotta wait for it to come to you. And currently, nothing I like right now. But we do have this expanding type triangle here, and within it we have potential reversal. So I'm just waiting. I mean, in terms of the market cycle, it looks like a trading range to me, right? This expanding trading range, and I'm trying to see what happens. Are we going to come back to the top here? Are we going to test yesterday's high? Just seems likely we will, but I don't know. Chris says, when you say there's a terrible signal bar, would you mind saying why? So, for instance, on a 10,000 tick chart, you do have a two-legged pullback, right? You have a two-leggy here, 2 pushes down. You can see with the indicator, right? With this 2, that means 2 pushes down. And also this dark green 1 means that this is a second entry long. But look at the signal bar, right? This is your signal bar before it. And why do we call this a signal bar? Because this is the bar before you enter. And so that's the bar we're using as our signal in order to enter. And if you're going long, you do not want it to look like this. You do not want it to look this bearish. If you want a good signal bar, like for instance, if you want to go long, you want it to look something like this. You want it to be bullish. You want it to have a green body. Right? You want it to look like it's ending near its high. And that gives you a nice little scalp. And so that's what you mean by signal bar. The bar before your entry, right? The bar that you're going to use, right, to put one tick stop limit order, right, above or below it, depending on if you want to go long or short. You know, that's right. This is a terrible signal bar to go long. You want the bar to be bullish if you're going long. So that's a terrible signal bar because it's a very bearish signal bar when you're trying to go long. Ducks on the pond says, I want to stick around, but gotta hit the gym. Yep, you gotta be physically healthy. Actually helps to be physically healthy when you do trade. I believe it makes it so you can focus more, focus longer. The dinosaur hour. We have Ed in the house. Not really sure if I see Ed very often in the chat on YouTube, but welcome, Ed. I might just be missing you. Ed, Richard Harris, Ducks. These guys are very active in the chat, in the two-legged pullback Discord. Mo7 says, Albrook says it took him almost 10 years to reach profitability. How long did it take you? I'm still proving to be profitable in the long term, so I think it's just a little too short. But I've been trading for maybe about 2 years now. Like, just my 2-year anniversary is just about to hit, and yeah, so every single day we're trying to, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, I'm definitely profitable, because I just don't think I have enough time to prove it. Even though if I do have some green days, you got to be profitable for a long period of time in order to say really like, yeah, I'm a profitable trader. So Kirk Reed, I was not able to get into Discord today. Anyone else have that problem? Unsure why that's the case. I would want to go long here. That's the trade right now to go long. Yeah, let's try to go long here. Let's see if we can get a long trade. It would be a small retracement here. Trying to get a retracement here. Let's see if we can go long and risk a little bit here. About a 2-point risk. We're going to try to go long here. I mean, in my opinion, this is where we should get one more push up. Right, two-leggy. Right, A, B, C pattern. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. Risking less here. I could extend my risk, but I'm just going to keep it as is. Coming out to try to scalp out right there. Came in with a better retracement, and so risk a little less. Got my scalp. Let's go, baby. Got my scalp. Right, the risk was less because I came in with a deeper retracement, but in terms of the market cycle, it should be a long trade here, in my opinion. Like, we should be going for one more push up here, and let's see if we get a runner. Let's see. I'm not sure if my runner will last. We got a micro double top for the moment, and runner got hit. It's all good. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Just gonna scalp. Kenny Sue asks, quick question on Apex funding. Do you always have to exit your trade before 5 p.m.? Yes, you do. If you don't, you actually lose your account. That trap does end up triggering, but that's why I came out with just a scalp right there to go long. Keith A asks, you don't think there is a bearish imbalance? Could be. I mean, in my opinion, we're looking for a long trade because of this break of trend to new low. And the new low creates a big push up with a two-leggy here. And it does trap you out, but this reversal is starting to look weak. But what Keith is talking about, bearish imbalance, is essentially when you have a trading range and you fail to reach the other side of the trading range. So it kind of creates this balance, right? Imbalance there, where you spend more of your time like on the bottom of the trading range, then you think you have more bears. But that trap does trigger, and if you did enter that long, then you definitely got trapped out. I was luckily able to get with a deep retracement and come out with a scalp, and I would say like kind of advanced, but yeah, that's not a typical trade I would tell people to take. Let's just say that. I wouldn't tell people how to trade, like to take deep retracements like that. We could get a strong push down here. We could. I mean, it's just a little hard to say like what's happening right here, right? When you have all this price action just contained within this area, it's hard to say if you're long or short at the moment. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. I'm looking at the higher time frames, seeing if there's any information we can get from there. Honestly, not much information in the higher time frames, in my opinion. Like, we're going pretty sideways on the higher time frames as well. One thing I can say is we are above the 20 MA, and we are in this kind of spike in channel on the 10K chart spike channel. We're still within this channel, but we do trigger a reversal setup here on the 10K chart, and can't speak right now. Lower high setup on the 5-minute chart below the 20 MA. Could be pushing strongly down now. This could be a strong reversal, but today, I mean, all the reversals have really failed to do much. You know, reversal here, not much. Reversal here, reversal here, reversal here. It's just, it might have a strong push down, but the fact that we couldn't come back up, right, and even touch this trend line makes me feel like the bulls are getting weaker here, but who knows? Who knows right now? We do have a trap trade though. This is a reversal setup. Just watching. Don't have much to do here. Just watching this go without me. I mean, do I like this reversal setup? Not really. I mean, it's just hard to say. Hard to say. We're about to make a new low here, though. Like, would I have wanted to enter this reversal here? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see the price action there for it. But it is a failed second entry long, and it's proving to be a nice little swing trade here. Just hard to say. Hard to say, in my opinion. That's a 2 times risk reward right here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you took that trap trade right there. And also, if you don't mind, give me your reasons why. I mean, in my opinion, this trap trade, just unsure what. Yeah, I mean, for me, I was looking for a long trade there. And I already mentioned why, right? We got this breaker trend to new low, right? That's a 2-leggy here. And maybe we just had 2 pushes up, and that's all we were looking for. Just getting 2-legged reversals. Right, we have a two-legged pullback here, and then followed by its own 2-legged pullback here, followed by its own 2-legged pullback here. Right, so all we're getting is 2-legged pullbacks, followed by a 2-legged pullback here, and we're just getting a bunch of 2-legged pullbacks. That's what happens in trading ranges often. You just get 2-legged pullbacks and reverses immediately. And that could be the reason why, you know, you wanted to take that trap. Bull Palm asks, how do you know if your Apex account is failed? I made a bad trade earlier, and the rhythmic box in the bottom right corner that pops up when you make a trade popped up red and said something along the lines of threshold exceeded, everything else seems normal and rhythmic. You probably didn't fail it. The way you know is look at your trailing, your auto, what do they call it? auto trailing threshold and see if your account is less than that. Also, if you try to make a trade on your on a failed account, then you'll get a error. It won't let you place a trade. And so if you can place trades on your account, then your account is fine. Tate says, feel like I am being algo hunted today. Red day for me. It's unfortunate. I mean, as much as you want to, and as much as it feels like it, the market is not out to get you. It does not know you exist. It does not know I exist. The market does not know we exist. And if you feel like you're getting hit by, stop, hunt, loss, whatever you want to call it, I would say you got to take the time to step away and say, and not think, okay, this market's out to personally get me, but rather, in my opinion, this is most beneficial to look at your trades and see where you messed up in reading the price action. Because in my mind, that is way more beneficial than kind of sitting back and saying, man, the market is just out to get me personally. I don't think it's not very helpful in terms of trading, in my opinion. But if you were able to take a step back and say, okay, this is where I missed some choppiness, this is why I lost this trade, I tried to swing trade instead of scalp, or I risked way too much on this trade, or I was trying to go long on the top of trading range, I went into early, didn't wait for a key area. There's a lot of things that you can consider in terms of like your price action, and saying you might have missed something. More likely you missed something than like some devious force out there trying to stop you out. Yeah, those warnings that you get, Bull Palm, are like warnings that Rhythmic has, and I just turn them all off. But Tate, I mean, of course, I don't want you to lose money. I'm not happy you're losing money. But I've been in that place before. Let's just say that I've been in that place many times before. Let's just say that. It kind of hurts, but I like to go back and look at where I messed up and try not to make those same mistakes again. John Yonan says, I missed a roundabout music clip at the end of your streams. That's the JoJo to be continued music clip. I want to try to set all those things up, but I'm gonna have to take some time to figure out how to set it up. I don't have any trades. I took one scalp here, and it was a little cheeky scalp I took with a deep retracement with a limit order, but still got my bamboo from that. But other than that, price action's been doo-doo. I mean, to me, this looks like a sour hour. Nothing really powerful going on in any sense here in my mind. It's unfortunate. I wish we had some good movement. But looks like we're going to be just chopping around here for a long time. Kind of like I mentioned, right? These reversals are not very strong. I mean, that is a reversal here, and it gives you a nice swing trade. I don't think it even gives you 2 times risk reward. I mean, your 2 times risk reward is down here. It doesn't really quite hit it. And we have 4 pushes down now, so now you're looking for a reversal actually to go long at this point. You're just thinking, right? These reversals are not going to really go much further. May have a 2-leggy here, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll go long. It just seems like these reversals are not really getting much follow through. Like I'm saying, right here, this 3 here, this 3 here is just 1 leg down, comes back, reverses. It just actually traps you out there, which is unfortunate. Pushes down. This is pushing down and kind of already made its move. And that's the kind of pattern we've been seeing all day today. Like failed reversals everywhere. Emmanuel Martinez says, for a beginner, do you recommend having runners? Yes and no, I guess. I mean, nothing inherently wrong with runners, other than you're actually making I would say you should practice with runners so you can get used to them. But The thing about runners is like only really worth it if you can at least scalp out like three to one, in my opinion, right? You need to have like 3 scalps, 1 runner. And the reason why is because the ratio, right? Runners, typically you lose runners. And so like for instance, you say you have a runner for every trade. And you know, let's say you have like a one scalp, 1 runner, right? That means that when you lose, right, you lose double. And when you win, you most likely won't win double because your runner most likely will get stopped out, right? That ratio between scalp, run, and runner, right, your core position and runner, is that ratio is too high. You need to be much lower, right? You need to have a lot more on your core position than your runner because your runners typically get stopped out. You know, but that's the idea with runners, right? Because runners, the idea is that, you know, you're like 100% gonna make money on it, and so with that kind of like probability of making money and how much more money you can make, right? The market's generally not, you know, they're not very generous in that regard. The market never tries to give you free money. And so that's why typically you want your core position to be around 3, right? 3 times more than your runner. So for every 1 runner, you want 3 on your core position. And so that's why typically you have 4 contracts when you have a runner, just as I'm doing right now. And you know, and so as a beginner, if you are comfortable trading 4 contracts, then go for it. But in my opinion, you probably will have to do that on like the micros if you're a beginner. In my opinion, otherwise it's very difficult to just begin with 4 contracts. Like when I was beginning, I was trading 1 contract. I was trading 1 contract on a micro when I first began. That's what I was. That's, you know, we've come a long ways since there, pandas. But I began with 1 contract on micros, and that's how I was beginning to trade. And for me, the most important thing was just screen time. I wanted to see the charts. I wanted to get a feel for the charts myself. I wanted to kind of develop like an intuitive sense of the charts. And so the only way you can do that and gain that is by looking at the charts for a very long time. And so for me, when I first began, you know, even though it was 1 contract on the micros, the idea wasn't to make, you know, to be rich. The idea was to get screen time, practice, and feel like a little bit of that pressure when you use real money. Jufan Hassan says, what I don't understand is when the trap occurs, failed entry, I mean. We are getting a second entry short here, but this is getting like way too overlapping, and I just cannot go short here, but good chance you can make a point here? I don't know. I'll be more enticed to go long here than anything, right, on a failed trap or failed second entry. I think the biggest runner I've ever gotten on stream was probably a 20-point runner on 1 contract. And that was like $1,000 runner for 1 contract. That was pretty awesome. It was a while back, but that was probably on stream the biggest runner I've ever gotten on stream. The biggest runner I've ever gotten in my life, I think, was like 40 some points. And I think I was in 2 contracts for that. 40-point runner, 2 contracts. How much is that? It's about $2,000, $4,000 on a runner. I'm actually interested in going long here, pandas. It might sound weird, but this long trade is enticing to me. Hard to say though. Man, oh man. I'm enticed to go long here. But I don't like these wicks here. I don't like how we're just overlapping all of this price action. I just don't like it, right? We're actually making one tick less every single time, showing to me that there's probably limit orders right here. People just trying to come in with limit orders to short this market. They're putting the limit order one tick below, right, the previous candle's high, and they're scalping out, right? So whoever put limit order here just scalped out. That's what the price action is telling me. So how can we make that useful information for us? Well, that means that there are bears here, and bears are willing to short on top of this trading range, and that's what we're witnessing right now. Can we use that to our advantage? Pretty helpful, but I'm not sure if I can really make any trades knowing that. There's that long trade that I was looking for, but I didn't like the price action. I didn't like, right, the fact that there were limit order bears here, thinking they're probably 2 points above, more limit order bears trying to scale in. Yeah, at a certain point, the limit order bears will start to give up. Unfortunately, pandas, I thought we were going to get some nice price action, but the moment I turned on my stream, I mean, this is what we're getting, and it's just not pretty. It's not very good price action, in my opinion, to find some good setups that I like personally. I don't really like any setups here. I took one, like, sketchy, cheeky trade here with a limit order, but just because I knew we were choppy, so I want to come with a limit order near the bottom of the candle, and was able to scalp out 1 point. So those who went with limit orders here, you know, they came up with limit orders again 2 points above, and what they're trying to do, they probably came out break even, right? And they're probably already out of their trade. So those limit order bears are all out now, and we might only have bulls right now. Who knows? Hard to say. I mean, it's just too many overlapping bars. Nothing for me. It's just watching. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. This is a reminder though, please, if you want, you know, we trade risk-free here, and so use that coupon BBM50, you know, to your advantage. It's your benefit. You get 50% off, and that's a huge sale in my opinion. That's a great deal. In order, right, you have potential to get funded, right, $300,000 accounts just for about $300 fee with that 50% off code. Also, a link in the pinned message. Other than that, we're trading two leggies here. Just watching. I had this trend line drawn way over here, and it might be relevant now, bouncing off of it. But like I said, like these threes, typically they lead to big reversals, but right now there's just no follow through on these threes. Tate says, my favorite was a few months back. You attempted a swing maybe on 10K and got deep red on the stop loss. Everyone was saying get out, and you held on, got your bamboo. Was awesome. Hey, that was calculated. I think I know what trade you're talking about. There were a couple times where I did take a trade like that. There was one where I'm like, I remember I was like, I'm going to extend my stop loss and I'm going to come in with a scale in trade, and that was calculated, and people were going crazy. We're going crazy because I was doing that, but it was calculated in my opinion. I remember there was a trade like that. We're starting to break up above here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do hit the top of this. Right, hit yesterday's high. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, whoa. I mean, what's really going on here? No one knows. We kind of have like this higher low set up now, and kind of like what I mentioned. You know, sometimes these divergent, right, these expanding kind of patterns, they end up becoming right these convergent patterns, right? Diverge to converge. So we'll see. Like I said, like these expanding patterns is very difficult. Like really anything can happen here. But in my opinion, regardless, don't have a setup. So yeah, what can you do other than just see how you guys are doing? Kenny Sue says, I'm thinking about starting capital 50K with Apex funding. How many contracts should I start with without risking too much since the trailing threshold is 2,500 with about 80% winning rate strategy? I would say one contract. We are breaking above now. But for the 50K, I honestly would probably just trade one contract because 2,500 is a very, very small trailing threshold. And so in my opinion, one contract makes the most sense. If you're feeling like very confident trade, maybe two contracts. But other than that, yeah, I mean, one contract is the way to go. And even with one contract, I really wouldn't recommend to swing trade, because when you swing trade, that trailing stop loss or the trailing threshold includes unrealized gains. And so you got to remember that. Just watching this, we are breaking above our trend line here. We could consider this break a trend to attempt a new low and then reversing. So now we're in an uptrend. And this uptrend, something like this. It's just too choppy. I don't like it. I don't like any of this, right? I don't like when they have huge wicks like this, small bodies, wicks above and below, right? Wicks above and below the candles. I mean, it's just marquee of a trading range. I just realized, does this make a measure move? Let me see this. It makes pretty much a perfect measure move. I didn't really realize that. Bounces off. It seems like this measurement is already made. Measure move made here. If you look at the other time frames, you see that you have a strong bull bar ending near its high on the 10,000 tick chart, right? And respecting our channel here, we have right multiple tests on this channel. Basically, test here 1, 2, 3, 4 tests off of this channel. The 5 minute, it's hard to. I have to try to chart this. It is a little difficult to chart this, in my opinion. You got this congestion here and those upwards. Just go straight into congestion here, expanding pattern on the 5 minute as well. And it's kind of hard to even draw the expanding pattern on the the upper side of this because it just looks ugly. Yochi Folly asks, how many contracts do I trade? I trade about 4 to 5 contracts. Chris Moore says, are high frequency traders making these crazy moves? I mean, I guess the whole market's filled with high frequency trading, or they make money off like 1 or 2 ticks. but we don't make money like that. We need about 1 to 2 points, really. And we're just, limit order bulls right now, right? Once the limit order bears came out break even in this area, then we converted into limit order bulls. Basically, right, like about 1 or 2 ticks away from the previous candle's low, bulls are coming in here, and we're not even able to break below a previous candle's low, creating bullish buying pressure. But for me, not this is not like tradable, unless you're coming with limit orders, then maybe. But we're trying to trade two-legged pullbacks here, so just waiting. I didn't really have a good setup this entire time, so if I were going to label this either a power hour or sour hour, yeah, this is definitely a sour hour. Emini asking Richard for his contact information. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. Don't do this on this stream. So we got this one push up, and finally we broke a previous candle's low. Big push down. Very confusing. Chris Moore says, I was thinking some traders who can trade even 20 contracts can make a lot of money with 2 to 4 points. I mean, of course. If you can make 2 to 4 points, then with 20 contracts, I mean, that's $1,000 per trade. $1,000 to $2,000 per trade. Okay. What is happening here? This is hard to read. Not sure. Well, Pandas, this is a reminder. I won't be streaming Thursday or Friday, and so I'll be back on Monday. But yeah, so if you're looking for me, if you're gonna look for me on Thursday, wondering where's Panda at, yeah, you already been warned. Technically, I should be doing a whiskey challenge, but potential trap trade on 10,000 tick chart. Do I like this trap trade? Within our channel, if I were to take it, I would be banking on a breakout, and I would have to trade small, very small. Do I think today is a day for a breakout? I don't know. It's unsure. Just waiting here. Got 4 pushes up. Potential reversal here. Big overlapping bars. Not interested in this trade, but that is a second entry short. Lower high second entry short. Not interested in the trade. The risk is large. Plus 3 overlapping bars. Just sitting on my pause here. And that's what the kind of market cycle we're in today. It's very confusing. Just watching here. Not interested in this trade. I'm not interested in going short there. Not really interested in going long either. But more interested in going long than short in this spot. To me, this is a trading range, right? 3-bar trading range. And if I go long here, I'm thinking I'm going back to the top of the trading range. Right? Even though it's just 3 bars, right? We still have some room at the top of this. If I draw it out, it looks something like this. This is our trading range right now. Something along these lines. To go long, we actually have enough room to the top of that trading range. Go long there was probably a decent trade to take, but sitting on my pause here. Perhaps this reversal may be better, but it's just hard to say. Nothing good. Nothing that I like right now, at least. Okay, so it does come back to the top of this trading range, right? You get that scalp, something I was looking for. I may take this trap on the 10K, but most likely we'll skip it. There's a trap on the 10K chart forming here. And these typically work out very well. If I were to take it, maybe one contract, see if I can swing it. But other than that, I don't know what else to make of it. We're just getting too choppy, and I just don't think we're going to go that high. Anything should short it up here. Come back down. Don't trust any breakouts at the moment. But trap is about to trigger on the 10K chart. Do I like this trap? I'll take it if we get a trap here as well, but other than that,
10,000 tick trap.
So that's the indicator telling us there's a trap on the 10,000 tick chart, which is what we do have now. Do I like this trap on the 10,000 tick? Give me a 1 in the chat if you're going to take this trap. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it on the 10,000 tick chart. I may take it if this trap triggers with it. Yeah, let's do it. I'm in this trade. Came in a little early actually, but I think we're about to trigger here. Basically, we're getting it triggering on the 2000 tick chart. It's an outside bar reversal. Come on with 2 contracts, but I'm planning to swing this a little bit here. I came in a little premature. Okay, so we are in that trap. The trap does trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. We do make 2 points here. 1, 2. We make 2 points. I want to make a little more than that. And reversing here. We are reversing here. Do I like that? Lower highs here. I don't like that follow through at all. I don't like that follow through at all, not one bit. I could have scalped out, I guess, 2 points already, but kind of held it longer for a small. I wanted like a swing trade because I saw a setup on the 10,000 tick chart. Thinking we can get a little more than that, but this is not looking good at all right now. If this triggers, that's a failed reversal, a failed trap to the upside. May skunk this trade here. Skunking this trade. I didn't like this follow through. It's all good though, pandas. Made a little bamboo, but skunked that trade. I didn't like this follow through at all. And if I didn't like the follow through, just getting out of it. Skunked it, got a couple points, but got a couple ticks, but that's it. It's only 2 contracts. But I didn't like that follow through. And I'm just happy to get out now because I didn't like that. Didn't like that price action. I mean, it could burst up and break out now, but I didn't like it. I did not like that follow through. There's a breakout. Ah. It's all good, pandas. I didn't like the follow through, and it is what it is. Didn't like how we were approaching the top of here, and it seemed like we had a hard time breaking above it. Just wasn't sure if we're gonna break out, but now it looks like it's pretty strong to break out. But it's all good, pandas. Didn't like that follow through at all. Right when it triggered, reverse right away. Then comes back up, but you know, it is what it is. Move on to the next trade. It's almost 350. Big push down. Finally touches yesterday's high and just reverses immediately off of it. And it's 350 right now, so it's kind of like that volatility time. Usually 10 minutes before the market closes, a lot of traders, institutions get out of their positions. And so that's why you see this volatility 10 minutes before the regular trading hours ends, around 3:50 Eastern time. So, am I looking for a short trade now? I don't know, man. It's just, this looks ugly. No price action I really like. But yeah, end up entering that trade. Ends up giving you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points on that swing, and but yeah. The follow-throughs have been so bad. No follow-throughs. Break a trend to new high. That's how I would see this right now. I'll see this as break a trend to new high. Break a trend, new high. Looking for a reversal setup now. Looking to go short sometime soon, if we can get it. But we're getting really close to 4 o'clock p.m. and that's when I normally just pretty much stop trading. Yep, Core C, Zakaria. A little late today because I couldn't stream earlier today because of work. But little time at the end, and plus, you know, I won't be streaming till next week, so it's my last day this week. I wanted to have some time with you guys. We're looking for a reversal setup if we can. I'm actually looking to go short right now. Looking to go short if we could get it, and we might get a little volatility spike to go short here. Kenny Sue asks, Hey, sorry to bother you again, but what's the difference between 100K full starting capital, 100K, and 100K static starting capital? You gotta know 100% how trailing threshold works. The difference between those two is that the starting capital, the static one, has no trailing threshold, just has a static threshold, whereas the one with the trailing threshold moves, your threshold moves as you trade. Courses are created. Ask, did I trade a lot? Yeah. So if you rewind, you can see all my trades I took. I turned on my my markers, turned on my trade markers, and if you rewind a little bit, you can see all the trades I took. I'm gonna take this short trade. No. God. That's the short trade I wanted, pandas. Gosh. All right. That was the setup I was looking for, and I was answering too many questions. That's the short trade I was looking for. It just happened so quick, right? 3 failed attempts up to break out of this trading range and finally pushes down on that third push down. Oh, this lower high second entry short and beautiful setup. Missed it because answering questions for you guys, but it is what it is. So that was a nice trade there, missed by yours truly. Bye money. So hopefully you guys know when you trade off stream, it's just a lot easier to trade off stream. But when you're on stream, you gotta pay attention to the chat, gotta pay attention to the stream, gotta pay attention to trying to answer questions and talk through all your setups and thinking out loud. And so a lot of clunkiness happening when you're streaming, but a lot easier to trade when you're off stream. But that was the setup I was looking for. Basically failed second entry long. I was trying to get in, but moved way too quick. Couldn't get in there, so it's all good, pandas. Pandas, with that being said, I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. And thanks for joining the stream, guys. And hopefully you guys have an amazing weekend. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.